Today we will be reading chapters 23 through 25 of How to Eat Fried Worms. Before we get started, let's look at our questions that we'll think about while reading. Describe Joe and Alan's next way of tricking Billy. What character traits can we use to describe Joe and Alan? Let's think about some details from the text to help support our answer. Number 2. What did Billy's mom overhear Tom saying about the chocolate pudding? Number 3. Why did Joe and Tom think they had won the bet? And number 4. What did Billy do when he remembered the bet? Chapter 23. It won't work. Look, said Joe, even if he remembers the worm while we're at Shea, he can't get one. Where is anyone going to find a worm at Shea Stadium? Don't worry. We'll say you've won. We'll find a worm after we get home. And we keep right on stuffing him. Peanuts, hot dogs, hamburgers, Cracker Jacks, ice cream, orange soda, gum, Mars bars. You know how he loves to eat. You even seen him refuse something to eat. By the time we start home, he'll be bloated, drowsy, belching. Remember the last time when his father took us? He was asleep by the time we hit Peekskill. Your father will carry him in from the car. His mother and father will put him to bed. Next morning, he'll wake up too late. You've won. 15 worms in 15 days. He'd miss a day. Alan nodded at his thumbnail. What about Tom? We'll ask him along and then just not pick him up. We can tell your father and Billy that Tom's mother called. He was sick. His grandmother died. Anything. Just so we don't have to bring him with us. Alan sighed. Geez, it's probably cost me $8 just to buy all that food. Cracker Jacks, hamburgers. Yeah, but it'll cost you $50 if he wins. Yeah, well, oh geez, how'd I ever get into this? If my father finds out... Alan slumped on the porch steps, gazing down at his sneakers, gnawing his thumbnail. Come on, said Joe, slapping him on the shoulder. Cheer up. You haven't lost yet. Go ask your father. So the question that we had said, describe Joe and Alan's next way of tricking Billy. Well, if we go back into the beginning of the chapter, we see that Joe and Alan had said that they would take Billy, to a baseball game. Shea Stadium is where the Mets play. And they would have him eat peanuts, hot dogs, hamburgers, Cracker Jacks, ice cream, orange soda, gum, and Mars bars. He'd fall asleep in the car, and by the time he'd remember it, he'd wake up and it would be too late for him to eat the worm.